Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Hello and welcome back to Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, here at Thunderbird Stadium, the home of Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 as they get set to host Orange County SC. Michael McCall, my color man, and Michael, we're in for a fun night of soccer here at UBC Thunderbird Stadium. A little bit of mist, a little bit of rain in the skies.
Yep, rain blowing in just now from right to left. It's going to make it really slick out there. Expect a lot of weird bounces, lots of sliding around. Should make for an entertaining game and hopefully a few goals.
Michael, let's get to the starting 11s and we'll start with the away team, Orange County SC.
Yep, Orange County, 2 points outside of the playoff things just now. You've got Casey Byers in goal. Right back is Joe Franco, Oscar Sorto and Walker Hume in the centre of defence. Juan Pablo Osiago is at left back. Victor Pineda, Frank Olivier, James Baxendale, Zach Kobayashi, your midfield four. Jerry Van Eyvijk and Irvin Parra leading the attack. Irvin Parra definitely the guy to watch. Done it at this level, USL with Sounders 2, looking to fire Ocean County into the playoffs.
And the home squad, the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2. A couple changes. Anything jumping out at you, Michael?
A different formation than usual. We're seeing a 4-1-2-3. Back four of Cole Seiler at right back, Francis De Vries. A new signing, Danny Barbier in the centre of defence. Looking forward to seeing him. Chris Serban at left back, David Norman Jr. playing the holding role. Just in front of him, Matthew Baldissimo and Marco Bustos. And a front three, very attacking. Gloria Amanda, Meyer Bevan in the middle, and on the left, Tern Campbell. A lot of goals from those guys in the making. Let's see how they can play together today.
Of course, Irvin Parra and Danny Barbier were our players to watch in the pregame show there, Michael. That's going to be quite a battle as one knows how to put the ball in the net and the other knows how to keep the ball out of the net.
Well, we don't know really what to expect from Barbier yet. He's making his debut today, has a good pedigree. He's kind of come through the academy system in England, 3 years with West Brom. Before that was with Manchester City. After that, after he left West Brom, he had a couple of appearances with Stoke before the Whitecaps snapped him up. Was training with the Whitecaps on a trial with the first team squad, was also with the first team squad last week. And yeah, they have high hopes from him. They wanted to snap him up, I think, before anyone else got him. Good pedigree, represented America at youth level. Let's see what he can do at USL.
Obviously, Orange County SC in the thick of the playoff hunt while the Whitecaps are almost on the outside looking in. Still mathematically involved, but will need to collect all 3 points here and the remaining games and get lots of help from around the league. The Caps one win in their last 16, I believe, Michael, whereas Orange County are kind of in the same boat. What can we expect from two desperate squads here?
Well, Whitecaps 2, they can still get 38 points. It would take an absolute miraculous set of results for them to make the postseason now. One win in the last 16, not a great run of form. Orange County, though, had looked quite comfortable for a playoff spot. 2015 Western Conference regular season champions. Didn't have a great 2016, but looked back to form this year. But then they've hit a really bad spell. One win in their last 11. 2 points now out of the playoff places. They need to get a win today to put themselves back in it. Not got many games left to do it, so they're going to be really hungry today to try and get 3 points.
Absolutely, as you saw Danny Barbier get his first couple touches on the ball there in the center of the defense for the Whitecaps. He's alongside Francis De Vries, a mainstay in that Whitecaps back four. As play will go back now to Casey Byers. He'll thump it long and hard and high. Cole Seiler playing as a wingback today. Not a wingback, but a right back. Will that affect the young defender? He is usually a center back type, but can he push himself out that far right and not look out of place?
He has had a lot of minutes at right back at USL and also last season with the first team in MLS. He got a couple of starts in the right back role. Centre back position just now, it's very, very compact. There's not a lot of options going for him if he wants to get MLS minutes. Jake Norwinski obviously doing well at right back in the first team. Shannon Williams could move on at the end of the season. Will Cole Seiler be a possible backup to challenge Nerwinski? These last remaining games of the season, it's a chance for Seiler maybe to show himself at that position, impress Carl Robinson, and just say, look, I'm worth a look at the right back.
Cole Seiler showing short there for Francis de Vries. The rain is holding off here in Vancouver. It was coming down quite heavily in the pregame, but it's kind of just transferred into a little bit of a hanging mist now as Chris Serban comes up the left side. He's going to take on both his men. He'll cut it back in for Terran Campbell. A cute little dummy for Marco Bustos. Is he obstructed? No, the referee waves play on. It looked like Bustos might have a penalty shout there as David Norman Jr. goes down in the center of the pitch. A fine little spell of play there early for the Whitecaps.
Yeah, nice little burst there from Bustos. Kind of threw himself to the ground there. I don't really see that being a penalty.
Danny Barbier not afraid to play the ball out of the center of defense. Maraud up with those trundling runs. We're going to get a replay of that. Earlier chance here, Bustos obstructed a bit, but looked like the ball had gotten away from him at that point. Even if Bustos would have gotten to it, you feel the goalkeeper would have come and calmly claimed that one.
Yeah, he more ran into the player and then kind of threw himself down more than anything else.
Ooh, a meaty challenge from David Norman Jr., who's kind of made his mark on this squad, those hard tackles. Very windy out here at UBC as well, also worth noting as our papers fly all over the place in the broadcast booth. Feel there could be a little extra loft under some of these long balls if they choose to play those. Chris Serban winning a foul on our near side. Now Marco Bustos standing over it.
It's a chance to possibly see what Barbier can bring up front. He's a good ball playing centre-back. He has had a couple of goals as well in the air at academy level. Want to make himself a nuisance in the box here as Bustos sends this in.
Left-footed service, fine service as well into the area. It's headed down, and it looks like he'll go out for a goal kick. It was a dangerous ball from Bustos, though. Some fine service after Chris Serban was fouled by Jerry Van Avijk.
Well, we expect that from Bustos. His delivery at set pieces is kind of crucial to the Whitecaps succeeding. Free kicks, corners, especially free kicks kind of on the edge of the box. He's been lethal in the past doing that. Excellent from the spot as well. A lot of penalties this year for the Whitecaps. I think it's 6 in total, so you never know, they may get another one tonight. Add to his tally of 7 goals for the season. Whitecaps 2's leading scorer, looking to add to that. Maybe try and put some questions in Carl Robinson's mind and try and get some MLS minutes before season's out.
Absolutely, and it might be tough for these FC2 players just on the run of form the Whitecaps are in and just the seemingly amount of very deep depth they have. It might be tough to crack that squad, but you always have to push forward lest those opportunities do present themselves. So we see Matthew Baldissimo now. He'll play it on the deck. It is intercepted, though. Joe Franco will come out with it. He'll take it up into midfield for Orange County. David Norman Jr. making a nuisance of himself. Looked to be dragged down. No foul, though. And Matthew Baldissimo looked like he won the ball there, but he's adjudged to have fouled Oliver, who's slow to get up. We're going to get a replay of that one now. Oliver just shaking that one off. Maybe took a boot there from David Norman Jr. We'll see it here. There's not much in that. Maybe a little bit of getting his leg clipped by the Baldissimo, but he definitely won the ball there, did Baldissimo.
He did jump in, though. It's like, that's the kind of tackles we've seen in MLS get red cards, but you're kind of leading with your studs up. Not quite David Luiz, I think, from this morning with Chelsea, but close.
Terran Campbell now, very deep for Terran Campbell. He's one of the front three, and he's coming all the way back here to collect now, and he'll deal out to Chris Serban, who will take it upfield. Chris Serban elects to take on both of his men, not afraid to take on his man is Chris Serban. Baldissimo will regroup. And that's a cutting pass in for Terran Campbell. Can he keep it in and serve it up? He can. It's in the top of the area. A duff job. Gloria Amanda gets under it, and it's over the bar. Meyer Bevan kind of scuffed it there, but it fell nicely for Gloria Amanda, but he just got under it, and he roofs it into the skies.
Great chance here for the Whitecaps. Glory's going to really want that one back. Ball coming in from Campbell. Takes a missed kick there from Bevan, and then Amanda maybe wasn't expecting to get the chance. Blasting over. Have to try and get those on target. I mean, that's the difference between being a prolific striker and being a guy that just picks up the odd goals here and there. Glory's still a young player. That's something he needs to work on in his game, something to learn a bit. but a great chance for the Whitecaps. If they can generate some more of that, we could be in for an entertaining afternoon.
In this opening 6.5 minutes, the Whitecaps have definitely been the team on the front foot. As you see Meyer Bevan trying to get behind the back line. It's picked off by Walker Hume. He'll play it back, make that Oscar Soto. David Norman Jr. now on the ball. He'll elect to go back to Francis DeVries, the tall center back, number 33. He'll walk around his man. Irvin Parra. No foul there. Gloria Mando chooses to play on. He'll take it up that right side. Meyer Bevan cutting into the box. Gloria Mando tries to work the 1-2 with Cole Seiler. Cole Seiler put in some service. Not bad for what that was. It's won back by David Norman Jr., but only as far as Meyer Bevan. James Baxendale now. He'll win that duel with Matthew Baldissimo. That could be a healthy battle in the middle of the park between James Baxendale and Matthew Baldissimo. And it's a long ball over the top. It looks like Irvin Parra maybe. Nope. Irvin Parra in the box there, but it will go out for a corner. That was Victor Pineda on the far side, serving it up.
Corner flag, the first victim of the afternoon, going down there.
Zachary Kobayashi with the stylish hair. He'll go over and meet Jerry Van Avike in the corner. We'll see who takes this. He might elect to go short. Maybe work a 1-2 with Kobayashi.
Never a fan of short corners. Just get it straight in.
I'm with you on that one, Michael. You just got to serve it up into the mixer sometimes and see what happens. Here comes Van Avike. He serves it in. A fine right-footed cross. It's headed up into the air. As far as Danny Barbie here, chase his man out to the corner flag. A handful of shirt there on Walker Hume. He'll cut it back across and he'll go out for another corner, I believe. Yes, it will be a corner. Good battle there between Danny Barbier and the very, very tall Walker Hume.
Yeah, I was going to say, first impressions of Barbier, he's a big lad. Bulky, but he's a really good ball-playing centre-back as well, which there's not a lot of those in the game. A lot of them are either good in the air or like good defensively, but he seems to be the complete package. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can maybe do this afternoon.
Jerry Van Avike standing over the corner again for Orange County. He'll thump it in right-footed. Almost a carbon copy of that first ball. This one's dealt with a little bit better though. When I was left-footed last, just got underneath it, did Frank Oliver, and he skies it over the bar there, and Spencer Ritchie will go and collect the ball again.
Entertaining start to the game from both teams. Chances getting created. You have to feel Orange County, they don't just want to draw on this. They really have to try and get a win. This is first of 3 road games for them in 14 days. They've got a really tough trip coming up to RSL Monarchs, and then a huge game against Colorado Springs Switchbacks, who are just above them just now in the USL Western Conference standings. So they want to get this one off to a good start, get 3 points, and I'm expecting attacking play from both sides for the remainder of this game.
Zachary Kobayashi's trundled over there. He'll play it first time now for Irvin Parra. He'll take on his man, Francis DeVries. Irvin Parra now cuts it back on the right, serves it into the area. It's a fine cross, but Jerry Van Avike just can't get there in time, or it might have been a headed chance. That's some fine work by Irvin Parra on the far side.
Van Avike's been a handful so far in these opening minutes for Orange County. Definitely testing this Whitecaps defence. I think it's going to be an interesting battle between him and Barbier, and also Parra and Barbier, all afternoon long.
Meyer Bevan winding his way into some space, back to Baldissimo. And Danny Barbier again. Taryn Campbell now dropping into midfield to get a touch. A little bit of space here to work for Barbier. He'll play it short for Marco Bustos. Marco Bustos had his ball cut out there. Here's Chris Serpent on the left side. Will he whip one in? He's elected to take on his men most of the time. He'll cut it back for Bustos. Bustos has some space to run into. A left-footed cross into the area. It's Meyer Bevan, and headed straight into the arms of Casey Byers. That's some fine play by Bustos, and maybe with a little bit more stink on that header, it's a fine chance for Meyer Bevan.
Yeah, first I thought Bustos was going to line up for the shot there. I thought he was trying to make room, but a beautiful pass with his left foot right onto the head of Meyer Bevan. Met it well, but just couldn't angle it into goal, as we see from the replay there. Great chance for the Whitecaps again.
Looked like it might have been a dash offside, but the flag did stay down. Meyer Bevan just not able to get enough purchase on it. Only able to direct it into the waiting arms of Casey Byers now.
Bevan has a lot to prove, I think, to Whitecaps management in these 5 games. We know he's a talent. New Zealand international, recently got his first senior goal for New Zealand in the World Cup qualifiers against the Solomon Islands. He really wants to kind of make Cal Robinson believe that he is part of the first team mix into next season. 2 goals in the year so far. Only 9 appearances, 7 of them starts. This is his 8th start of the season today, and he'll be looking to build on those 2 goals down the last 5 games for the Whitecaps.
Just a stoppage in play here, as it looks like the Whitecaps and Cole Seiler will continue up that far side. David Norman Jr. will play it into Terran Campbell, nicely laid off for Matthew Baldissimo, and he'll spread it to Chris Serban. Chris Serban, time to whip in across. He does so right-footed, just too high for Terran Campbell. If only Terran Campbell was about 3 feet taller, that would have been a great chance on net, Michael.
I think if he was 3 feet taller, he might be playing basketball. Definitely be one of the tallest players in USL if he was. Just see the replay here. A lot of good balls getting whipped in, though, from the Whitecaps. Serban and Bustos particularly have sent in a couple of good ones so far. Just a little bit too high, but encouraging signs. Swirling wind. It's kind of, at one time you think the Whitecaps have it in their favour, sometimes you think Orange County have it. Just now it looks like it's swirling from both ways. It's going to make for some interesting football for sure.
Absolutely, and you feel maybe the wind was a factor in that Chris Serban cross that we just saw there. Maybe he just got under it a little bit too much and gave it a little bit too much distance. Definitely something you have to watch with when you're playing those long balls in a windy atmosphere like we have here at UBC Thunderbird Stadium. It's 0-0. In the 14th minute, Corey Bassel, your play-by-play man, Michael McCall on the color. As Orange County will make a foray now, it's Kobayashi up the left wing. He's got some pace now, and he's going to go for a run. He's got Parra on the overlap. He cuts it in. Kobayashi now, right-footed, has a shot right at Ritchie, and it kind of handcuffed him there. But no one in the danger zone to pick up the scrap. Spencer Ritchie catches it about chest level, and the Caps will carry on, still scoreless.
I think Spencer just made that look a little bit more dramatic than they needed to. It's going to be a very slick ball out there. It's going to be hard for the keepers to hold on to all afternoon. But Kobayashi, great run powering forward there, made some good room for himself to get the shot off. Possibly the better ball was to play it out to Van Eyck, but I don't know, when you've had a good run like that, you have to have a pop at goal.
Maybe a bit of a screen there for Ritchie. Probably just didn't see the ball until the last second, which would explain his surprise reaction to it. He did kind of hit it in a crowd, did Kobayashi. In the meantime, Arvin Parra draws a foul now. Chris Serban adjudged to have fouled him, and a free kick in a dangerous area, and Jerry Van Eyck will stand over it.
It's not great conditions out there for either goalkeeper, though. I mean, you've got the swirling wind, you've got the wet pitch. The rain does seem like it is off just now, but that ball is going to be picking up a lot of wetness off the turf, so it's going to be wet, hard to hold on to. Let's see what Ritchie can do here as the free kick comes in.
It's a 2-man wall. It looks like Serban and Terran Campbell, and now they've split, so it'll be a 1-man wall. Chris Serban forced to watch the short man. Here's the service for Van Eyck. Fine service and headed on. It's a glancing header. It looked like it came off the head of Walker Hume, who rose the highest. But it goes out for a goal kick. Some fine service, though, again by Jerry Van Eyck.
Yeah, great deliveries from Van Eyck. He's a dangerous guy for Orange County. Second leading scorer, 6 goals in the year. Technically Orange County's leading scorer because most of Parra's goals were with Sounders too. But 2 assists as well, so he is good at delivering it. Walker Hume that had the chance there, only his 4th start of the year, still looking for his first goal. But Orange County see a lot in him. They've played him a lot in the last couple of games, and they're just wanting to see what he can maybe do in this run-in.
We got our wires crossed there, Michael. It was actually Irvin Parra with the headed chance. But that was some fine info on Walker Hume. That was some fine info. He was in the vicinity, but it was Irvin Parra who glanced that header out wide as we have Danny Barbier on the ball now.
30s and 38s, very similar.
Truth, and both very tall. Irvin
Yes.
Parra 6'1". I want to say Walker Hume's in the same vicinity, if not taller. So easy mistake for the broadcasters
Yes.
to make, Michael. Don't worry.
Orange is tough to see from back here as well.
Yes. Quick 1-2 in the middle of the pitch now. Pineda works the 1 and 2 with Baxendale. And Pineda winning a foul there. It's Marco Bustos coming back to have a little nip in the heels there. Of course, Marco Bustos scored in the last game we called, Michael, against Tulsa.
Yes.
In a losing effort.
Yes. Kind of went a bit downhill after that.
Yes, it did, but Marco Bustos put in a fine shift that day, and not only that, but as well against LA Galaxy and Langley in our debut color game together as well. He had some fine efforts, but just wasn't able to score on the day. It looks like Pineda's having a bit of a shoe tie-up issue here. Do you think he's a loop and swoop or a bunny ears?
Bunny ears.
Bunny ears, yeah. I know you're more of a Velcro straps guy.
Yes, it's easier to get on and off.
Yeah. At your age, that is key, Michael. That is key. A little bit of a wait here with Pineda. He's definitely taking his time lacing those boots up.
This is the second meeting between the teams this season. Pineda getting the only goal in the first meeting in Orange County in July. A 1-0 win. Almost grabbed a second in that game, had a shot cleared off the line. So Whitecaps know what a danger he can be. One more meeting still to come between these two teams in the end of the season game. Friday the 13th of October. Last home game, last regular season game for WFC2 here at Thunderbird Stadium. That could be a big one for Orange County if they're still needing to get some points to get into the playoff mix.
Cole Seiler almost electing to play that trademark long ball that he just loves to swoop out of the back, and said he'll go infield for Bustos, but Bustos just lets it run underneath him. But David Norman Jr. will have a lash there, almost a through ball slide tackle of sorts. A hybrid there from the center defenseman. It's eventually thumped high and long by Francis de Vries, and up in the air by Juan Pablo Oseguera. Ooh, the ball just getting away from Gloria Amanda there, and Walker Hume will play it back to Casey Byers. David Norman Jr. getting position there, just getting in front of Baxendale, but not able to corral the ball. A little bit unlucky there, and it's come up to the far side for Kobayashi. Kobayashi takes on his man. No, he'll lay it off for Baxendale on the overlap. Baxendale cuts it back to Kobayashi now. Kobayashi forays into the area. Para now on the ball. Has a rip, and he gets right under it. I know they say as a striker you have to take your chances and your half chances, but I think that was pressing the issue a little bit, Michael.
Just a little bit. Kobayashi's impressed me so far today. He's having a lot of success out there in that left wing. 2 goals in the season for him, and he definitely looks like he's got the appetite today to maybe add to that. He's given a lot of problems to Cole Seiler out there.
Irvin Para dispossessed by Francis de Vries. The front two of Jerry Van Aveyk and Irvin Para definitely look dangerous. They look like it's just one slip ball behind away from possibly finding the back of the net for Orange County. They do look dangerous. David Norman Jr. now switches play, a fine ball out to Gloria Amanda. He'll chest it down. He's got Cole Seiler on the overlap if he wants it. He'll cut inside. 1-2, Gloria Amanda over the top now, but it's fallen nicely for Meyer Bevan, but he just can't get there. It took a little bit of an odd deflection, but it almost fell in the lap of Meyer Bevan in the area, but instead it'll be a Whitecaps corner kick.
Yep, another chance for a Davy Norman delivery. He leads the team in assists this year with 3. Had a couple of really great corners that's led to goals so far this season. Let's see what he can do here. We've got the big men moving up. Barbier and De Vries will be looking to maybe get on this.
Barbier is a strapping lad. You can definitely see he's a tall lad. Service in from David Norman. It's headed on. And it took a deflection there. It'll be another corner. It was Cole Seiler who got the header there. It came off the back of the Orange County defense, and it'll be another corner, but we'll swap sides.
Yeah, Marco Bustos will try and whip this one in. Just see the replay here. Great ball in from Norman, and right into the back post. Not really a lot that Seiler could do to direct it on to goal. Bounces off Para, out for another corner.
Marco Bustos will elect to take this one. Goes in at the back stick, and David Norman Jr. looked to get up there, but it does take a deflection. It comes back out to Cole Seiler. The Whitecaps will regroup here. Definitely good service on both of those corners. Both look dangerous. Here comes Bustos. He's going to have some time to serve it up again. He does so. It's high. It's into the area. Terran Campbell was in the vicinity. Just couldn't bring it down. It's Pineda who will carry out for Orange County now. He's got Kobayashi. He's also got Van Aveyk. Works the 1-2 with Jerry Van Aveyk. But just couldn't get it back in time. It looked cute. It looked like it was promising, but just gets away from Van Aveyk at the last second. Terran Campbell now. Left-footed service, Meyer Bevan. Ooh, just couldn't get there. It's cut out by Walker Hume. You feel Walker Hume will be dealing with a lot of those balls in the air from Bustos, Chris Serban. He is the tall lad, so you feel he'll be the de facto defenseman to kind of just get rid of it and clear the danger.
Yeah. Bustos has been quite sharp for the Caps so far. Wearing the captain's armband today, we've seen that kind of passed around a couple of different players since Sam DeVitt left in the summer. Bustos was captain of the Whitecaps under-18 residency team, very successful there.
Well, it's Terran Campbell, but he's found himself in an offside position. Fine ball in from Glory Amanda. Sorry to cut you off there, Michael, but Terran Campbell just a step offside, or the Caps might have had a lash on net there.
Yeah, nice little turn from Campbell there, just unfortunately in the offside position. Crowd really filling up now at Thunderbird. A little bit slow getting everyone in, but looks like it's filling up nicely now.
Absolutely.
Chilly afternoon here.
We're bundled up here in the booth as well. Michael's got his toque on. I've got my earmuffs and my woolly sweater. But yes, it has filled up nicely, Michael. It's typical of the Vancouver crowd, fashionably late.
Yes.
Fashionably late.
Mid-September, I have my toque and my fleece hoodie on. Welcome to the fall. Rainy season obviously started in Vancouver today. That will probably be us now to about April or May.
Yes. Joe Franco thumps it long and hard. Irvin Parra brings it down on the chest. Just getting a look at Parra up close here on our near side. He's a strapping lad as well. He's got a chest like a Mack truck. Here comes Meyer Bevan. He's going to take on his man. Ooh, but just gets it lost in his feet, but it falls nicely for Baldissimo. Did it take a deflection? Doesn't matter, they'll keep it in.
I thought that was a deflection there, but as you say, it doesn't really matter.
Fell nicely for Baldissimo. A lot of the Caps' chances have just come off balls that haven't been cleared properly or have just deflected down. You feel between Baldissimo and Amanda, they could have had a few proper chances on net at this point, Michael.
Yeah, definitely good chances for the Whitecaps so far. Chances for both teams at either end, and it's going to be a stoppage here for possibly another injury. Looks to have shaken it off. We'll just get a replay on this here.
Irvin Parra having a quick word with the ref. This will be the Baldissimo chances. You see Meyer Bevan cuts it in, just kind of loses his footing. Baldissimo lays through it. It does take a deflection, but puts enough spin on it to just have it go out for almost a throw-in, but it was collected by Joe Franco eventually.
I think you saw as well a lot of water coming off the turf there as the ball kind of bobbled off Bevan's foot.
Matthew Baldissimo elects to go long now. Meyer Bevan looks like he's gone behind the back. He pricked his step. Oh, he almost brought it down, lost a step there. I lost my words there, Michael. Meyer Bevan excited me with that chance there. Just needed to bring it down and have a lash, but the ball just too far ahead of him. Casey Byers will thump it long and hard. A proper drop kick, chested down neatly by Irvin Parra, and it's Kobayashi now. Around the back for Parra. He has a chance to serve it up. Will he left-footed? He does, just over the head of Van Avijk, but it falls neatly at the back stick and blocked by Danny Barbier. Oliver with the hit there, but a fine block by Danny Barbier.
He's definitely put himself around today so far. It's what you want to see in his debut. You want him to kind of stand out. Big strapping lad like that's obviously going to stand out.
Baxendale plays it in, but oh, just out of the reach of Joe Franco. And it'll be a Whitecaps throw in deep in their zone. Chris Urban will just get on with it, not really give Orange County any time to really pin them in or hem them in or press, and Danny Barbie will marshal the troops out from the back and switch it neatly. He really loves to play the ball, whether it's long and hard or on the deck. He doesn't mind starting the attack, does Danny Barbier, and that's invaluable, especially as a center back. Van Avijk on the ball now. Favorable bounce, and Van Avijk will get it back, but it rolls out for an Orange County throw. Irvin Parra. Looks like they'll take that one again.
So
Joe Franco now.
No goals in these first 26 minutes, but entertaining anyway. For a 0-0 draw so far, we've had a lot of action at both ends of the park. It's hard to imagine it's going to finish this way.
Chris Urban will go up for Terran Campbell, dispossessed, but Baldissimo's there. Just a bit of a scramble in the middle of the park. Baxendale will bring it down. He'll go out wide for Juan Pablo Osegueda. Osegueda has some time to serve it in. He does, left-footed, a lofty one. That one really carried for a long time. Joe Franco now, he'll have a chance to whip in. Right-footed. David Norman Jr. will head away, though. Terran Campbell will thump it long for Marco Bustos. And now we could have had a bit of a counter, but Bustos elects for the cute flick, and it didn't really come off, and the Caps are forced to regroup.
Cole Seiler will bring it out here. Trying to take a little bit of pressure off this Whitecaps defence, who's had a little bit of a torrid time out on Seiler's side for sure. A lot of crosses coming in from that left side for Orange County.
Danny Barbier now on the deck with Baldissimo. Baldissimo's pass, I should say, is cut out by Van Avike. And Oliver will bring it up. It's Ivan Para. He's got Baxendale if he wants him. Francis DeVries takes out his man, though, and free kick in a danger spot, a little bit more central. Van Avike standing over this one, the designated set-piece man for Orange County.
Just seen the tackle there again from David Norman. He's one booking away from suspension as well, so he can't afford to have too many more of those today.
Van Avike into the area, right-footed. It's a lofty one. It's headed over the byline by Francis DeVries. Couldn't take any chances there. He had Walker Hume lurking at the backstick. Best to just get rid of it, and the Caps will regroup as Orange County get another corner kick.
We'll see what Van Avike can do with this one, but they're very close in towards the goal. They've liked to put their corners right onto Spencer Ritchie so far.
Van Avike put it into the area. More loft on those far corner kicks. The air really and the wind really carrying them. Now Walker Hume's in at the back stick. He heads across, and Spencer Ritchie forced to come out and put a bomb to it. That could have been dangerous. Spencer Ritchie wasn't paying attention, but the goalkeeper makes a vital interception.
Yeah, Ritchie there looked like he was going to come out at first to try and get the ball, realised he wasn't going to get to it and stayed back just as well, but a great save, as we'll just see again here. Ball lofted in from Kobayashi, headed on towards goal by Parra, and a great save there. One-handed from Spencer Ritchie, just showing the talent that he has.
I fear Walker Hume might be a bit frustrated with his center forwards that no one was lurking right in that 6-yard box to tap that one in. That could have been dangerous, but Spencer Ritchie was equal to the task. Soccer fans, Nike, the official sponsor for the USL. More information, visit nikesoccer.com. Baxendale now. And it just gets away from Kobayashi on the far side there, as we'll get another look at that chance. Spencer Ritchie palming it away. Probably the best chance of the evening so far for Orange County. Kobayashi now plays it infield for Baxendale, but it's cut out. Oscar Soto will get on the ball there. He's got Joe Franco down the right line. He'll use him. Now Marco Bustos has a chance to run in his man. He's going to play it around the back for Meyer Bevan, and Meyer Bevan, will he get there? He beats his man. That's some fine legwork by Meyer Bevan. He's in the corner now. He needs help. Meyer Bevan. And that's just a silly foul from Oscar Soto. Meyer Bevan really not going anywhere there. Only option was to really go back, but a cheap foul there from Oscar Soto.
And great work by Bevan to get onto that. Showed the motor that he's got. As you say, a silly foul here just to give away in a dangerous position now for the Whitecaps. Bustos will whip this in, try and find the head of DeVries, Barbier or Bevan on this one.
It'll be Marco Bustos from our near left side, left-footed. Whipped it in far, deep, lots of loft on this one. Terran Campbell heads it back across. Francis DeVries in the area, falls to David Norman Jr., he whips it in. It's regrouped eventually by Terran Campbell, but he's dispossessed by Ivan Para. The Caps looking dangerous from set pieces. The delivery sometimes has been there, sometimes it hasn't, but they're managing to get knockdowns, but just not pick up the scraps, Michael.
Well, Carl Robinson wants this team to mirror what the first team does, and we've seen how dangerous they are on set pieces all season, so it's only fair that the WFC2 is going to be like that as well, but they have caused a lot of problems today. Both teams having a lot of success with balls in from the left wing.
31st minute now, 0-0 between Whitecaps FC2 and Orange County SC. Corey Bassel, your play-by-play man, alongside my color commentary partner, Michael McCall, as we see Zachary Kobayashi doing some fine footwork on the far side. He'll cut it in for Baxendale, but he's stood up by Francis DeVries. DeVries has been dealing with a lot of those incoming balls, crosses. He's really made himself available for that back line today. As Meyer Bevan is on the far side, drops in to collect the ball, and he'll deal it back to Cole Seiler. Spike now in the crowd, the Whitecaps FC mascot, showing the kids how his very loud drum works. Gloria Amanda now. Will Chris Urban get there? He does. Kind of dekes out his man. A left-footed service into the area. over the head of Casey Byers, but no one there, but Terry Campbell will collect. It falls back for Cole Seiler now. He's gonna have a lash. It hits Walker Human, it'll go for a corner.
That could have been a really costly slip from Franco there to let the ball get in, but Whitecaps keeping the pressure on. You feel a goal's coming in this game. I mean, we'll just see this again. Amanda playing the ball out here to Chris Serbin. Franco just slipping at the most inappropriate time. Lovely ball over by Serbin. Just nobody there in the 6-yard box to poke it away.
David Norman Jr. elected to take a short corner there, but it's cleared as the wave goes around UBC Thunderbird Stadium now. Marco Bustos cuts in on his left foot, lofts it into the area, not as far as Gloria Amanda. It's dealt with by Walker Hume. Terry Campbell now on the ball, left-footed touch, has a rip! Just past the far post. It didn't really sit up for Terry Campbell, I think, the way he wanted to, but he put a lash through it and it just goes wide of the far post.
Yeah, great chance by Campbell. 3 goals of the season so far, looking to add to that tally. Yeah, just the bounce of the ball, he just couldn't strike it sweetly enough. Not causing too much problems for Casey Byers. And got to give a hat tip to Casey Byers, actually. He's had a good first appearance in goal for Orange County today. First start of the season for Byers. Charlie Lyon has been the goalkeeper for Orange County in their previous 26 matches, played every minute. Bit of a surprise that Byers did get the nod this afternoon, but he's looked good. Dealt with everything that's been thrown at him. Recent signing by Orange County. Graduated from the University of Wisconsin, and he's done himself a lot of good today.
Cole Seiler now. Up the far touchline. Danny Barbier now. Chris Serbin getting a little bit of joy up this left-hand side. He's had the better of Joe Franco so far, just hasn't made it count when it matters most. Baldissimo now on the ball. Baldissimo's had a few passes cut out here, a little bit sloppy on his distribution today. Very uncharacteristic of the young Baldissimo, who's usually stellar as hell when it comes to being on the ball. The referee will play advantage now. It's Terry Campbell. Left-footed, blocked, Terry Campbell. He has Chris Serbin as an auxiliary. He will use him. Terry Campbell now left-footed into the area. It's a fine ball. Meyer Bevan coming across. A fine striker's run, but just couldn't make contact with the head there.
Another dangerous ball in from the left wing here by the Whitecaps. They're definitely having a lot of success out there.
Marco Bustos now will carry infield. It's Gloria Amanda. Falls favorably for Bustos, but he just can't corral it. Cole Seiler goes in to win the ball. It looks like it goes out for a goal kick, and it does. Get a replay of that chance now. Meyer Bevan just stooping his head down, but just not able to make contact, Michael.
Yeah, Campbell, another great ball into the box. Bevan just inches away from connecting on that. Bevan's looked really busy. He's been all over the pitch. He's been through the centre, he's been on the left and the right wings, trying to make something happen today. Campbell and Serbin as well having a lot of success up this left side. I've been impressed by Serbin today. He's had a couple of shaky appearances in the last few games defensively, but when you let him run and you give him a more attacking role in that left back spot, that's what you see what he can bring to this team. He's looked really sharp there this afternoon.
Quick flick on by Irvin Parra. Van Eyck now, some space to run into. He's got nothing but white shirts around him, and he's eventually dispossessed. Van Eyck just need to hold the ball up for a tad longer there, but nothing but white shirts around him. He's swarmed, and it'll be Chris Serbin carry out now for the Caps. Plenty of space for Serbin to run into. He's got Terry Campbell out wide. He'll use him. Terry Campbell now. Will he put it in the area or will he take on his man? It's a quick 1-2 with Bustos. Terry Campbell now, left-footed service. No, he cuts it back. David Norman Jr. Back to Campbell. Now he's really got some space. Campbell's going to whip it in. Left-footed. It's in the air. Meyer Bevan's there, just not able to get ahead to it. But it falls sweetly for Chris Serbin. He has a rip. It's off the post and not in. How did that stay? Oh, Michael. Chris Serbin with the rip. It takes a deflection off the inside of the post and right back out.
That looked in from the minute it left Serbin's foot. It just curled just a little bit too much off the right post. But great play by Campbell to make room for himself there, get the ball back in. Nice control by Serbin, takes a deflection off that right post.
Definitely the best chance of the game for either side. Chris Serbin 1 inch the other way, and it's a Whitecaps 1-0 lead. It took a deflection, possibly a handball, maybe a chest. Definitely a deflection. But that definitely helped it onto the post. What a chance for Chris Serban as David Norman Jr. standing over right now. Another set piece. The Caps have looked dangerous all afternoon on set pieces. Left-footed into the area. Headed back down by Francis de Vries, but only as far as Van Avelijk, and eventually cleared. All hands to the pump for Orange County SC. Chris Serban now switching play. David Norman Jr.'s there. And Kobayashi, who you feel is the best option for a counterattack on this Orange County SC side. He's just able to carry out the ball quickly, beat his men. He's their best release valve so far early in this game now, 37th minute, Michael.
Yeah, I've been very impressed by Kobayashi. He has a great pedigree. He's played in Germany. He's played in Switzerland. He had a long spell in Croatia with Zagreb. So, I mean, he has a really good pedigree. Just seen the replay here of Serban's chance. Such sweetly struck. I mean, I was just talking about how good Chris Serban's attacking play has been this afternoon. It deserves a goal. He's got 1 in the year, and that deserved to be his second. Inches, a game of inches, Corey.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely the best chance for either side today, sampling the woodwork. And now Orange County will stand over a free kick on the far side, and that usual suspect, Jerry Van Avelijk, will be the serviceman. Lofted in by Van Avelijk. It's headed on by Walker Hume. Comes off the back of Francis de Vries, though, and eventually cleared. Walker Hume still in there, the big tall man, causing a nuisance. Works the ball down for himself and almost creates a chance. It falls for Van Avelijk. A left-footed strike. It's in the area, but over both heads of Ivan Para and Baxendale. Walter Hume causing all sorts of trouble. Just the big man, hard to deal with.
Yeah, just too high for the Englishman there at the back post. That looked like it was almost going to be a certain Orange County goal. Lovely ball to the back, but just inches too high.
Maybe the wind playing a factor there as well, Michael. It seems like crosses from that far side have definitely had a little bit of loft and extra carry to them. That was definitely a great chance for Orange County as Baldissimo's dispossessed now. Baxendale will play into the middle of the park, and it's Franco Liver who will carry out for Van Avelijk. Van Avelijk now takes on Francis de Vries. Couple step overs. Van Avelijk across the area. Ivan Para scuffs it. That could have been a great chance. Great work by Van Avelijk to step over his man, put it in the area, and Ivan Para just scuffs his shot near post. There's that last chance. Walker Hume creating a nuisance of himself. Van Avelijk lofts it over, but Baxendale and Pineda.
Just too high for both of them. Lovely work by Van Avelijk. And then again there, Van Avelijk there, whipping the ball into the box, but just no one could get a connection on it for Orange County. A couple of really good chances. Very entertaining first half. In the 40th minute now, and I mean, before the game, I didn't do this on the air, but you asked me for my score prediction. I said 0-0. I maybe wasn't expecting too much from these teams, just the way they've been playing of late, but this has been one of the most entertaining Whitecaps 2 games that we've had.
This is definitely a 0-0 that you can hang your hat on.
Yes.
It's not your daddy's 0-0.
Definitely not.
Terran Campbell now outside for Marco Bustos. Left-footed into the area, Bustos headed away. Oscar Soto this time to Baxendale, and here comes Kobayashi for Para. And Para works a fine ball. It's Kobayashi, and he's going to take on his man. It's Danny Barbier. Kobayashi, right-footed strike, into the back of the net. A fine hit by Kobayashi on the counterattack. Kind of a broken play, but Irvin Para stayed with it, put it on for Kobayashi. Danny Barbier not able to deal with it. It's 1-0 Orange County.
Kobayashi, we just talked about the danger that he is. Such a talented player, 20 years old, very bright future ahead of him. But I mean, you just see here, lucky to get the setup there, but he takes full advantage of it. Barbier, not really a lot he could do there. Went one way, Kobayashi went the other. Slotted beautifully into the bottom corner. Nothing Richie could do there either. 1-0 Orange County. That could be such a huge goal for Orange County's playoffs hopes. As things stand just now, that will put them back into the playoff places in the Western Conference.
And you know Orange County SC definitely happy with David Gantar there for playing that advantage. It looked like he was about to whistle the foul on Irvin Para, but Para played that through ball for Kobayashi, and had that hadn't been whistled back, it might still be at 0-0, so I'm sure Orange County very happy with the fine work of David Gantar.
Yeah, this has been the story, though, of the Whitecaps season. So much pressure, so many chances, not able to take them, and then getting punished.
Here's Barbier for Cole Seiler, knocked back across, and it's over the bar. from, I want to say, Baldissimo. It was Baldissimo. He got in there on the knockdown, but just not able to get a sweet enough strike on it, and lofts it over the ball. Just as you were alluding to it, Michael, the Caps just getting the chances, but not being able to put it in the back of the net.
Lovely headed across goal there, but just too high again. The bounces not falling favourably for the Whitecaps this afternoon. Matthew Baldissimo there did everything right, just couldn't get his foot over the ball to keep it down high enough. But another great chance for the Whitecaps. They're going to feel so aggrieved to be one down at this point.
Fans, you can stay up to date on the latest USL news and info from around the league. Tune into USL. We'll hold that thought. It's an offside. Baxendale looked like he had gotten behind the back line there, but it is adjudged to have been offside. So you can tune in to USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts, Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern on Sirius XM FC, channel 85. Also, don't forget, Sirius XM FC will air the USL Game of the Week, possibly even this one, Michael, the way it's going. And you can check that out at uslsoccer.com for dates and times.
Definitely an entertaining game. One-goal game, but so many chances. This could easily be 5-4 at the moment.
That's a fine pass again. Irvin Parra making the run. And just a little bit of a wasted chance there from Orange County. Felt a proper counter could have been on there, but Pineda elects to hit it himself. A little bit of a waste.
Yeah, a bit of a chopper there from Orange County.
Danny Barbier now. We'll see if he can conjure up something from the Whitecaps before the end of the half. We're in the 44th minute now, plus stoppage. Can't imagine too much stoppage, though. Ivan Parra, though, he's got an overlap in Van Avijk. But the Whitecaps just able to snuff that one out. Nope, Mark Gantar will bring it back. David Gantar make that, will bring it back.
That was a good tackle, though, by Barbier, because it looked like it was going to be a 3-on-2 break, and I think Parra was going to play the ball out there. Good foul to take.
Parra's looked a handful. His hold-up play has been excellent. His lays-off and his flicks and his dummies have been right on par as well.
Definitely had a lot of attention from the Whitecaps players today as well. Not the first time he's got up kind of shaking his head. He is definitely the danger man for Orange County. Very surprised that Seattle let him go, but he could be the guy that really sparks Orange County into the postseason.
Van Avijk has a hell of a run up here, and he'll have a rip, but it's tame and wide. Maybe a little bit too optimistic there from Jerry Van Avijk, who has had a good first half, but maybe saw his name in the marquee and the stars there and got a little bit too excited, Michael.
Definitely a lot of players had a good first half. Van Avijk definitely had a good one. Kobayashi, for me, has been the star, though, of Orange County. Chris Serban, I think he's been probably my best Whitecaps player of this half. I like what he's done offensively. Meyer Bevan's put in a shift as well, and Barbier's looked good for his debut.
Absolutely. Feel with a little bit of luck and a couple inches, the Caps would at least be 1-1 level. Obviously, Chris Serban hitting the post earlier, no less than 10 minutes before Orange County opened the scoring.
Seems to be a weekend of woodwork and posts for the Whitecaps. 2 from Jordi Reyna last night in the MLS match.
Absolutely, as we see Pineda now working his way up the far side. Pineda now double teamed. He'll win a foul. That's fine work from Pineda, just eating up a bit of clock there. But they'll play it fast. Frank Oliver over to Joe Franco now. Joe Franco looking for some options. Keep wanting to call him James Franco, but we won't do that.
It's like a Pineapple Express up that wing.
Yes, exactly. Osegueda now will play it. It's flicked on. Can Kobayashi get there? Francis DeVries will just marshal the ball out there.
And that is it.
That's the halftime whistle, shorter than we expected for stoppage time. There wasn't a whole heck of a lot as far as injuries, so definitely very short there. But as it stands, it is 1-0 Orange. And the Whitecaps have had their chances. They've hit a post, but will definitely need to get themselves on the score sheet if they look to keep the playoff hopes alive in the second half.
Definitely. We've just seen the chance there again from Serban. That's the closest the Whitecaps came. And then this great finish from Kobayashi, pouncing on the ball that came through to him. Beautifully slotted past Ritchie. Bottom right-hand corner. Only goal between the teams so far. I expect more in the second half. It's been a very entertaining first half.
We'll come back with the second half next. It is Corey Basso and Michael McCall for USL Soccer Vancouver Whitecaps trailing Orange County.
Hello, this is Jake Nowinski. Yoga challenge? North Vancouver. And rock climbing? All right, yeah, I got this.
Put your hands there!
Hi, Jake.
Hello.
I'm Cam.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks so much for coming down to do the yoga and climbing challenge.
I'm really happy to be here.
Well, let's get to it.
All right, let's go.
And you can just set up wherever you like. Have you done yoga before?
I have.
Awesome. Inhale, lift the chin, open up the chest. Lift the right leg up to the sky. And you can lift both legs, just a little hop. Lift one leg, whatever leg feels good, and then push off the other one. I gotcha. Nice.
Oh my.
Come down nice and slow.
Yeah, I'm coming down.
The last challenge today, I thought we'd go through a handstand. So I kind of am in down dog. I press my feet against the wall, and I walk my hands back. Okay? And then from here, I look in between my hands. I start to push off my toes, and I lift maybe one leg off. Yeah? Maybe the other leg. And I'll be there to support you. You got it. There's the wall. Oh yeah. Jake's got the handstand.
There's the wall.
Yeah? How do you feel? Breathe, breathe.
Feeling all right.
Got the handstand challenge down?
Nice.
Nice work, Jake. How do you feel?
Good, a little sweaty.
Now it's time for rock climbing. And this is Greg.
How you doing, buddy? Greg, nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
So the first thing I'm going to show you is the best way to land on the mats. Jump down on your feet, bend your knees, butt back. Pretty good. Not surprising as you're a soccer player, but...
Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Knew that was going to come.
All right, this was easy peasy, man. I think you're ready to go.
This is only the warm-up?
It's too easy for you? We can definitely bring you on something harder. And I have faith in you.
Yeah, that's way too high.
The wall is your oyster. And you'll start to understand the wall a little bit more, the rocks a little bit more. You'll understand which ones are good to hold and which ones aren't.
I'm going to fall.
On your feet. How are your forearms doing?
Oh, they're on fire right now.
They're on fire right now? Yeah, you got it. You're up.
But now where do I go?
Oh, now you're making it even harder.
Nope.
Great job. Oh my gosh, I don't know.
You have to get to that one. That's what
I don't know if I can do that.
You have to do the spin when you fall.
I have to do the spin move?
Yeah. That was a part of the play.
Well, I had an awesome day with you.
I had a great time.
Well, thanks so much for coming.
Did I pass?
You passed.
Right,
Great job.
Thanks.
Woo!
I had a lot of fun. It was challenging, but it was a good experience.
Today was so much fun. Jake did awesome. He put in a lot of effort. He did amazing. He definitely broke a sweat and just crushed the challenge.
My forearms still feel like cinder blocks. I think I passed. Cam said I passed, so I'll take her word for it.
Jake definitely passed the challenge. He did amazing today, and I had a lot of fun with him.
Put your hands there!
Davies chasing forward down the left side. Marshall defends it, but Davies picks it up once again. Alfonso Davies back for Montero!
I'm a retired school psychologist, and helping people was my thing.
I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels.
After my stroke, when Meals on Wheels started, I was on the other end of the stick, so to speak.
Meals on Wheels coming to my door as someone who's housebound. Having someone check on me assures me that I'm not forgotten.
Meals on Wheels has given me a mode of freedom that I wouldn't have otherwise.
We're the clients.
We are the clients.
We are the clients of Meals on Wheels.
America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent. We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the eye.
I am a witness. I am a witness. I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
Raise the stakes. Expectations are high. Our biggest season yet will break records with elite players and future stars. Innovative technology and new homes. We're growing the game in our communities and across the nation. Are you ready?
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. At work or at play, you're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Oh, hey, she's cute. Nice going, man. Things are going great for you. You've earned a night out. Good drinks, good friends. Yeah, we can go ahead and call this a good night. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Not smart. Yeah, I saw that coming. Say goodbye to her. Ouch, that'll hurt your bank account. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. I hope you like eating frozen dinners alone. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Vancouver, Thunderbird Stadium here. A little bit of mist, a little bit of rain as the Vancouver Whitecaps host Orange County SC. The score 1-0 for Orange County SC. Michael McCall, my color man. Of course, I'm Corey Basso. Let's get you the first half highlights, Michael. And it was a very lively first half. And it started with the Whitecaps on the front foot. An early save here for OC got the game going, especially for the Whitecaps.
Yeah, Bustos playing the ball in. Meyer Bevan with the header there.
This was also a fine chance. Spencer Ritchie able to palm away that cross. Looked like danger, but the Whitecaps keeper equal to the task, and now probably the best chance of the half for the Whitecaps.
Yeah, lovely play by Campbell to set this up. Chested down by Serbin. Hits it just off the inside of the right post. Campbell had done so well to make room for himself there with a nice little give and go, and then Serbin did everything right with that strike, just inches away from taking the lead. And the Whitecaps, of course, were then punished by Kobayashi.
A fine counter-attack, a little bit of a broken play, and he finds the back of the net over the left shoulder of Spencer Ritchie, beating the new man, Danny Barbier, to open the scoring for Orange County, and that's how it stands here in the first half. It is 1-0 on that Kobayashi marker. And we'll get a look at the stats here, Michael. Is there anything that jumps out at you there? Obviously, the Whitecaps enjoying a lot of possession there, but on the score sheet, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, well, that obviously jumps out because Whitecaps teams this season in both MLS and USL have not enjoyed great possession. But yep, shots are pretty even, shots on target are pretty even, very even game, just one goal in it.
We'll come back with the second half kickoff next as Corey Basso and Michael McCall. 1-0 OC over the Whitecaps in USL action. Back to UBC Thunderbird Stadium here in Vancouver. The second half kickoff just taking place there. Corey Basso alongside Michael McCall, and the rain's really coming down now, Michael.
Yep, a very, very strange weather. The sun is out. Well, it's bright. Maybe can't class it as sun, but the rain is definitely pouring down. It seems to be in the faces of the Whitecaps. So who knows what is going to happen.
1-0 OC after the first half. Kobayashi with the goal there on the counter-attack. A fine work play between him and Irvin Parra. Just having a look at the benches and the players on the pitch, doesn't look like there's been any subs made in the first half, Michael. Can we anticipate any rotation here in the second half?
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a few changes. Whitecaps have a couple of guys on the bench that could really be brought on to change things. Really hope to see Theo Baer.
Van Avijk now, a little juking and jiving. Francis de Vries will thump it long and hard.
I just wanted to pause there just in case something was going to happen. I really want to see Theo Baer come on, get his chance. Very talented residency prospect. For me, he's a guy that would be next in line for a USL deal. Very impressive. He's got a couple of goals already for the under-18s, really excelled for the 18s in the summer when they were down at the USSDA Championship. So expect a lot from Theo Bair, another really talented striker in this kind of mould of Gloria Amanda. So let's hope we see some minutes from him in the second half.
Francis de Vries just conceding a corner there, somewhat unnecessarily. He could have elected to play that one, but puts it out into touch. It'll be a corner. It'll work short now. Van Eyck just blocked there by Chris Serban neatly. Van Eyck forced to go back now for Joe Franco. Baldissimo thumps it long and hard. It's Meyer Bevan on the chase. Doesn't look like he'll get there, though. The rain really coming down, especially on the TV screen, Michael. It looks quite nasty, and you can imagine that you might see a few slips. The ball's going to start to skim and skip off the surfaces here a bit as well, and maybe some headers will not be made with the contact they would like to be made. Rain's a fickle mistress when it comes to soccer.
She certainly is, and you've got to say this pitch at the best of times is really a bit slippy, and it's been pounded this weekend. There was 2 UBC games on Friday night, the men and the women. Yesterday was the homecoming. The Thunderbirds football team played on this pitch as well, so it's seen a lot of action.
Irvin Parra, fine flick. He's got a big bag of tricks, does Irvin Parra. Flicks, dummies, layoffs, chest downs. It's really a complete package, and strapping lad too at 6'1".
Strapping seems to be your word of the afternoon.
Oh, Irvin Parra is the epitome. Gloria Amanda now to Baldissimo. I feel Baldissimo would like to have a better second half. His distribution and some of his play kind of let him down in that first half. He had a couple chances as well too, and just scuffed his line, so you feel Baldissimo will definitely want to improve on the first 45 minutes.
His brother Michael on the bench as well. Wouldn't even be surprised to see a Baldissimo for Baldissimo swap. Looking at the Orange County bench, you have to think Carlos Alvarez is going to get minutes. 2 goals and 2 assists on the season for him. He's a guy that could possibly light things up and help Orange County kill this game off.
Van Eyck now, infield for Frank Oliver. Van Eyck. Walker Hume now, a very close call there. Gloria Amanda breathing down his neck, almost put Walker Hume under pressure. And that's a fine ball around the back for Kobayashi, but Spencer Ritchie read it to perfection. Or Kobayashi could have been in with a sniff for his second goal of the evening.
Yeah, I don't want to give him any chance to get in on goal. He's already shown what he can do in the first half. Very dangerous guy. Francis de Vries not had a great start to the second half. Couple of giveaways, fouls. Maybe not liking the rain out there. Should be used to it from New Zealand.
Taryn Campbell now up for Chris Serban. Manages to keep it into Serban. Infield for Bustos now. David Norman Jr. will take over. He's got Cole Seiler on the overlap. Elects to go to Gloria Amanda. Taryn Campbell's there though, and that's a fine ball to find him around the back. Service into the area, but just over the head of Meyer Bevan. Just the story of Meyer Bevan's day, just inches away from plenty of good chances, as Barbier now has a rip right into the arms of Casey Byers.
Well, I think we can add a pretty rocket shot to what we've learned about Barbier so far in his debut today. That was hit with some force.
Prior to that, Meyer Bevan getting in for a sniff on goal. Feel with the work rate Bevan's putting in, it's only a matter of time and inches before he finds the back of the net here tonight. Marco Bustos. Cole Seiler calling Gloria Amanda short, but Amanda will go for the long run now, and he's going to get behind his man. Osegueda. Gloria Amanda into the area now. Byers, can he deal with it? He can't. But Joe Franco is there to put ahead and put it out into touch, but definitely got away from Byers that one. Some fine work by Gloria Amanda to get behind Osegueda.
Yeah, a lovely ball went from Amanda as well. And you saw his pace there. If he's in a foot race with most defenders, he's going to win that. That's maybe what the Whitecaps have to try and do in this half. Try and release Amanda on the wing. They've not had too much success going through the middle, so I think their wing play is going to be key.
Van Eyck now, he'll play it for Parra. Parra's got a late runner in the box, and he's going to use him. Van Eyck will bring it down to the chest, but Marco Bustos does enough to win it back from Van Eyck, but a little bit of scrambly play from Bustos, and OC has it back. Van Eyck now on the far side. Quick little touch in for Parra. Parra in the area. Back for Van Eyck. Van Eyck now thumps it off the back of Chris Serban. They're calling for a handball. Chris Serban eventually forced to clear it only as far as Parra. Still, fine shift here from OC, especially Parra and Van Eyck. Parra's down on the far side. OC will play on though. Baxendale making a nuisance of himself in the area. Parra still down on that far side. The Caps electing to play on. He's slowly getting up. Here comes Taryn Campbell now. He'll go for a run. Looked to be dragged back there by Victor Pineda. Ivan Parra behind the plate, kind of just slowly sauntering back into it. Didn't see what happened there.
He's been in the wars this afternoon so far. Kind of limping a little bit as he gets up. He'd be a big loss. If he went down with an injury at this stage of the season, that would be a massive loss for Orange County.
Yeah, Orange County in the playoff hunt right now. Not on the finest run of form, but still in the playoff mix, so they don't want to give away any points, especially in which they're leading on the road. They definitely want to hang on to this 3 points if they can all do it. A high boot there from Kobayashi, but it's won back by Bustos. Bustos now on his left foot. He'll carry in. Taryn Campbell
screaming for the ball at the back.
Yeah, Taryn Campbell wanted that ball at the back stick, just managing to stay on side, but it comes near side for Cole Seiler. He'll put it in the area. It's headed on by Meyer Bevan, but it takes a deflection. Back stick as far as Campbell, but he duffs his effort. Maybe had time to take a touch there. Another fine half chance for Meyer Bevan as well, just not able to get the purchase on another header. We'll get a look at it here, Michael.
Yeah, I think Campbell was possibly caught in two minds. Lovely ball win from Seiler, not for the first time this afternoon. Bevan with a little flick on, maybe not too sure where the goal was. Don't know if that was meant to be on target or if it was for someone to run in. And then Taryn Campbell just maybe caught a little bit in two minds as to whether to play it back or just take a touch himself. But Campbell away here again.
Here comes Taryn Campbell now carrying infield. He's on the left foot. He's going to have a rip. But it's calmly saved by Casey Byers. All the Caps shots from counterattacks and outside the area have gone right into the breadbasket of Casey Byers. They really need to put those long, hard on the deck, maybe hope for a skip off this wet surface. Another look here.
Again, hit with some force, but easily dealt with by the debutant Byers. Looked very assured in goal for Orange County today. They look to have a good goalkeeping prospect on their hands here.
Just on that previous chance, you feel maybe Meyer Bevan should have done a bit better with that header. He was unmarked and in close quarters. I feel he could have put that one on net, maybe gotten a deflection, a rebound of some sorts, but it glances out. I'm sure Meyer Bevan, when he looks back at the tape of today's events, will probably want to have a couple back.
Not sure he really knew where the goal was. I don't know if he had a chance to look to see if he was on target or not. I still think he was possibly trying to flick it on for someone to run into at the back post. Either way, it didn't happen, but the Caps getting a number of chances so far this afternoon. Definitely started the second half brightly.
54th minute. Orange County still in the lead on that first half Kobayashi marker. A fine counter-attacking goal it was. The Caps have had their chances, as mentioned, though. Marco Bustos now in the middle of the pitch, juking and jiving. He'll have a left-footed rip. It takes a deflection. Kind of handcuffed Byers a bit, but eventually enough sting was taken off it with the deflection, and Byers will collect. That's what the Caps need, though, is players not afraid to have those skimming shots along the deck, just like Marco Bustos here.
But I mean, the Whitecaps being restricted to long-range shots, and Byers is coping with them all really admirably here. The Caps not getting anything within the 18-yard box, definitely nothing in the 6-yard box so far in this half.
Well, that's a bit of a giveaway there by Franco. He goes down with an injury. Gantar says play on. It's Bustos on the left foot. He scores! A fine touch across from Taryn Campbell. Marco Bustos makes no mistakes on the left foot, slots it past Casey Byers, who are level at 1-1, and maybe a bit of controversy as we have Franco down on the far side for Orange County.
Yeah, I need to see that again, but Whitecaps didn't care about that. They just wanted to get the goal. In fact, he went down of his own accord by the looks of that. Campbell cuts it back to Bustos right in the edge of the box, slots home, bottom left-hand corner. 8th goal of the season. 1-1 now, and we should have a really entertaining last 35 minutes here. Whitecaps ecstatic to get back on level terms, and you have to say, Corey, it's what their play has deserved.
Absolutely. There's been plenty of chances that have gone begging, but the one clear-cut chance they do get there with Bustos, he makes no mistake and buries it. We still have the Orange County defender down on the far side. I want to say it's Franco.
He seemed to just go down of his own accord there. I don't know if it was the turf. He isn't moving at all, which is never a good sign. We've seen a lot of players catch their studs in the turf and have quite bad leg and knee injuries. You have to hope that this is not another one of those, but he looks in some distress down there. It looks to be his left knee. We're maybe going to get another look at exactly what happened to him here. I mean, it is Franco. Tries a little back heel, and oh yeah, his knee just get caught and twisted in the turf there. Not really sure what he was doing with the back heel attempt at all there, but it went straight to Terran Campbell, who didn't have any second thoughts about going in and goal. And this does look a bad one for Franco. And that's going to be a big, big loss for Orange County if he goes down.
Now in the 57th minute as the time ticks on, Franco still getting treatment. A little bit of sun here, Michael, along with the rain. We might see some rainbows here.
Could maybe see a double rainbow, get something to go viral. It's definitely coming up rainbows for Whitecaps too in this half anyway.
Absolutely, some fine chances and finally capped off by a Marco Bustos goal. I had mentioned he did look lively in the last home effort against Tulsa at McLeod Athletic Park in Langley. He did get a goal that day from the spot in a losing effort, but Marco Bustos will be happy to get on the score sheet in this one. Franco's slowly sauntering off on the far side now. We'll see if he's going to continue.
The good thing for Orange County is he's going off kind of off his own accord. Didn't have to get stretchered off. He's kind of stretching a little bit now, but it would be a big, big loss for Orange County if Franco did go down. This is his 26th appearance of the season, only missed one game so far. And he's had a good afternoon. He's got forward a lot, and he's really got up and down that wing. Trying to run it off, and we'll see if he comes back on for Orange County. But right now, the visitors are down to 10 men, and now we've got a Whitecap player down.
Looks like Chris Serbin. You can kind of tell by those bright orange boots. He's one of the few Whitecaps wearing the brightly colored boots today, and he is down on the far side.
I mean, this turf has got really slippy in this half. We've seen a number of players slip so far. Didn't really see what happened to him there, but again, not a lot of movement from him. Wobbling his thighs about could be a good sign. Oh, just ran right into the back of Terran Campbell. And Terran Campbell's a big lad. It's like you don't want to run into the back of him.
Now Chris Serbin just putting his head down there, going for another one of his marauding runs up that left flank, and just didn't happen to see Terran Campbell and his man jousting for position there, and kind of snapped the neck back and got a bit of whiplash. You don't like to see that, and definitely some concussion protocol, I'm sure, being taken here.
Yeah, he may have some blood coming from his nose as well.
Nasty couple minutes for Orange County and Whitecaps defenders alike, as it looks like Joe Franco has come on back at right back for the Orange County SC squad, so we'll have to keep an eye on him, see how he fares, especially after wrenching that knee in the build-up to that Marco Bustos goal for the Whitecaps.
Yeah, I mean, both fullbacks on that side have been great. Serbin's got right up and down that left wing for the Whitecaps, and Franco's got right up and down that wing for Orange County. Sun out, full force now, still raining, so this pitch is definitely not going to get any less slick for the remainder of this game.
As Meyer Bevan fails to get on the end of that one. No rainbows yet, Michael, no rainbows yet, but I am holding out hope.
I don't know, there's a lot of cloud. I don't even think we'd see one.
Orange County now will chuck it long and hard to the chest of Irvin Parra, who does excellent to shield off his man. David Norman Jr., though, will collect, and it comes out to Baldissimo now. The Whitecaps will definitely want to go for that game-winning goal now. You feel like they're probably owed it. They've got the equalizer under their belt, so the next step naturally is to go for that winner. Meyer Bevan looking to get behind the back line again, but Marco Bustos' pass just cut out.
I mean, these remaining games for Whitecaps too is very important for a number of these players. Their playoff hopes have basically gone for this season, but a lot of these players are playing to kind of stay around and stay in the mix. A couple of the guys are pushing possibly for first-team contracts. You've got Declan Wynn, who's not playing today. Meyer Bevan could be in the mix as well. But Cole Seiler, Marco Bustos, two guys with MLS deals that need to really impress to try and stay in Vancouver next year, you feel.
Chris Serbin showing no ill effects from that knock he took, with a fine overlap now as he gets down that left side. It's Serbin, he crosses it in, left-footed, only as far as Baldissimo, and he fails to win the header. It's eventually cleared away, but good signs to see Chris Serbin making those juggernaut-like runs up the far touchline.
Yeah, he's been doing it all afternoon. As I mentioned in the first half, he was one of my Whitecaps players of the half. He's going to be reliving that hit post, I think, over and over tonight.
Now, those are the things you do see in nightmares, Michael, as a footballer.
That and running into the back of Terran Campbell is probably going to be what's going to
that'll
cause
be
him
the next one,
nightmares.
as Terran Campbell looked like he's about to serve it up. He'll lay it off for Serban, maybe a bit too heavy. No, Serban will get it in. It's cleared away, though, by Oscar Soto.
Showing no ill effects, anyway.
No, absolutely
You
not.
see the
David
little
Norman
bird
Jr.
swirling around his head, so that's a good sign.
David Norman Jr. will win a corner for his side. A little bit of gritty play there from David Norman Jr. to bring the ball forward, but he's done the dirty bit, and now has earned his side a corner.
It's all Whitecaps since that goal as well, so they've definitely got the bit between their teeth. Can they capitalise on another set-piece play here?
Whipped in by Norman. Off the back of Francis de Vries, and it looked like it hit the man on the far post.
Yeah, Franco again, and all the action in this half, clears it off the goal line. Nicely met by de Vries.
And it's a short corner now. It's whipped into the area. Gloria Manda was there. David Norman Jr. now. Looks like Francis de Vries on that far touchline playing as a winger. David Norman Jr. now, infield. Pass Terran Campbell to Marco Bustos. Bustos will spread it for Cole Seiler. Baxendale now will get OC going in the other direction as Osegueda gives the ball away to Gloria Manda.
It's been non-stop action, really, for the whole match, and not a chance to even drink my coffee in this half. It's just been end-to-end stuff.
Gloria Manda now over the top for Cole Seiler. He'll bring it down neatly. Cole Seiler whipped into the area, a little too close to the keeper, Casey Byers, and he'll calmly collect that one. Cole Seiler, usually a man of fine service, just getting a little bit too much under that one.
Yeah, he sent a lot of good balls in today. He's, as we talked about before, he's a guy that's normally a centre-back, but he has done fairly well when he has been asked to play right-back. And he's shown some delivery this afternoon that we maybe haven't seen from him before.
See a replay of that chance again. Yeah, I don't think Francis de Vries knows much about that. It comes off his chest, the back of Walker Hume, and then off Joe Franco on the line. So very much a scrambled corner kick. Doubt to call that a chance, Michael.
No, I think I gave the Kiwi a little bit too much credit there. I thought he had directed that on goal. Just hit off his chest. Franco, though, very alert, showing no signs of his injury earlier in this half either to turn that ball away. But Whitecaps getting closer and closer to taking the lead here for the first time this afternoon.
That's some fine work by David Norman Jr. to carry through. Cole Seiler will whip into the area. It's dealt with by Walker Hume, who's been a real juggernaut at the back there for OC. And it's finally won by Baldissimo, but only as far as Baxendale. And Baxendale will cheaply give that one away. Felt he could have stood on the ball there. Maybe saw a run from Irvin Parr that just wasn't completed. But the Whitecaps definitely looking the better of the two sides here in the second half. But once again, they did have 60% of the possession in the first half and came out on the losing end of it. So
yes, and as the first team I've shown in MLS all year, possession doesn't really matter a lot. It's what you do when you have the ball. If you only have the ball 25-30% of the time, you can still win matches. That's been Carl Robinson's philosophy in the first team, so we'll see what kind of happens later on.
As it spread far side for Chris Serban now. Chris Serban will take on his man. Will he get past him? He will. Van Avijk, but gets too much under the shot there. Chris Serban made the fine run up the side. He cut it back, but Van Avijk just able to put enough pressure on him to force him to kind of just loft that up into the area. Casey Byers now. Thumped long and hard. Bustos will switch play, and it's a fine ball around the back for Terran Campbell. Terran Campbell now with some space to run. He'll loft it into the area. Gloria Manda's there with a scissor kick. On the volley. A fine effort by Gloria Manda, and if he had put that one in, that might have been on the USL running for goal of the year.
I don't think he had really any chance of putting that in from that position. I don't know if he was trying to bring it across goal or not. It's kind of a cross-come shot.
Fine acrobatics, though, Michael. Give credit where credit is due. You couldn't do that.
I couldn't. Although the Whitecaps media game is coming up on Thursday, I will try that especially for you.
Cool.
That'll be the end of my commentary for the rest of the year.
The more reason to show up Thursday for the Whitecaps media match, which I believe is taking place here at UBC.
It is.
There you go.
Definitely a joy to behold. 4th year fifth year of it, in fact.
Absolutely. As we see OC with one of their first forays into the offensive zone now. A quick 1-2, but Para just left begging there a bit. The pass a little short. Meyer Bevan offside, needs to bring himself back onside. Gloria Amanda now have some space to run. He'll come down here for Cole Seiler. He'll have a chance to whip it in. He'll cut it back though. Right-footed across to the top of the area. David Norman Jr. just couldn't bring it under his spell. He's dispossessed by Baxendale.
Norman looking for the free kick there, but Ganter just waving it away. Oh, a crunching tackle on Franco again. That's not what he's wanting after what happened earlier with his knee. We're going to have a couple of substitutions coming up, but they might be waiting to see what happens with Franco, who's off the pitch again.
Yeah, a nasty crunching tackle on Franco, as we just saw that replay. David Norman Jr. getting dispossessed there.
It's the same left knee again. That doesn't look good at all.
And maybe Orange County will mix up their subs.
Yeah, there was about to be a double substitution for Orange County there. We're waiting to see if that's going to happen, but crunching tackle from Bustos on Franco. Nothing dirty in it. And then Bustos breaking in here and brought down himself.
Walker Hume will clear it only as far as Van Eyck. Van Eyck doing fine to work his way out of space amongst plenty of white shirts there. And Irvin Parra's gone a bit quiet in the second half. The service hasn't necessarily been there. Him and Van Eyck were linking up famously with Kobayashi in that first half, but they've kind of quieted down a little bit, and the Whitecaps front pair has kind of taken over. Will they make the double swap now? We'll see.
I think they're still waiting to see how Franco is. He's still getting treatment out. But Orange County, first couple of minutes of this half, they started brightly, but they've done nothing since. It's been all Whitecaps. Whitecaps getting back in level terms with a great goal from Marco Bustos, and since then the Whitecaps have dominated play. But Orange County with a great chance here.
And it's laid off for Van Eyck, but just too long. Van Eyck almost getting on the end of that one.
Leading the game, number 3. Coming in, number 10, Carlos Alvarez.
They have made that swap. It sounds like Alvarez has come in for Franco now. Alvarez was originally supposed to take off Kobayashi, but with Franco going down, it looks like they've made that swap, as Marco Bustos will carry up now. He'll lay it off for Gloria Amanda, who just slips. It was a promising counter-attack too. Gloria Amanda was on his bike looking for maybe the through ball as opposed to the ball to his feet. So Walker Hume will carry out now. Alvarez on the ball. As mentioned, just coming on for the injured Franco. A couple knocks to the left knee of Franco has forced him out of this one. It's Taryn Campbell now, taking on his man. Looking to barge past Oscar Soto. A bulldozer at times is Taryn Campbell. But he'll win a deep throw in for his squad.
And I said that Alvarez was the guy that I expected to come on for Orange County. A dangerous player, 2 goals, 2 assists on the year. He's going to try and spark some life into this Orange County attack that's definitely been missing for the last 20 minutes or so.
Second substitution for Orange County, leading number 23, Zachary Kobayashi. And coming into the number 19, William Fernandez.
That's the second swap for OC as Fernandez in, Kobayashi, the goal scorer, out.
And just going back to Alvarez for a minute, he has got MLS experience. Chivas has some time there. Colorado Rapids as well.
Hold that thought, Michael, as a shot comes in. And Spencer Ritchie equal to the task there. I want to say it was Pineda who let that one rip.
And we're going to see Alvarez in MLS next year. He's on loan with Orange County from LAFC, the new expansion team that's coming to MLS next year. So he's out to impress his projective new owners and employers and see what he can do in these games.
Cole Seiler up this touchline now, getting a healthy dose of the ball. Manages to shrug off his man and put in a right-footed cross. It goes over the head of Casey Byers, but Meyer Bevan just not able to get there. Will he foul Soto? No, he wasn't. David Gandar says play on. Soto will thump it long and hard, only as far as David Norman Jr., who's pressed by Irvin Parra make it. Serbin now infield for Gloria Amanda. Gloria Amanda shields off his man in the area. He's got Taryn Campbell. He elects to go back to Norman. Norman whips it into the area, left-footed. No one there, only Osegueda, and headed away by Alvarez. Back into the area, though. Bit of a wild header there from Alvarez. Put his team under the cosh, but it's thumped as far as Irvin Parra, and he'll chest it down, but the Caps get it back. Just no luck for Irvin Parra in the early goings of this second half.
Yeah, Orange County just struggling to get anything now. It's like getting the ball past the Caps halfway line is kind of proved to be a little bit of a struggle, as Bustos trying to make things tick again for the Whitecaps.
Still no changes from Rich Fagan, the Whitecaps FC manager. What's in store, do you think, as far as swaps, Michael? Can we expect anything offensive coming? Push for that 3 points, or do you think the Whitecaps just tidily want to see out this performance?
I think we'll definitely see Thomas Sanner coming on, the big man, second on the team and scoring with 4 goals. He's bound to get a run out before the end. Who he comes on for, I'm not sure. Could be for Bevan. And I still think we're going to see Theo Bair possibly coming out for
Terran Campbell. The final ball lets him down. Terran Campbell's had a decent game today. Irvin Parra now for Alvarez. They'll switch play for Osegueda on one of his rare forays upfield. And a fine ball infield now for Alvarez. He takes the ball under his control. Alvarez on his right foot. Infield for Parra. But the ball just a bit behind him. Probably the most promising attack there for OC of the half.
Yeah, OC's just fallen out of the game. And a point might be good enough for them, but they really need to take 3 with a tough stretch of games ahead.
Bevan now just losing that battle. Marco Bustos looking to slip it in behind the back 4 for him, but just not quick enough, as we see Rich Fagan on his bench analyzing his squad.
Been a tough first season for Rich Fagan, but he's done well. He knows a lot of these guys inside and out from his time in the residency. As they've moved through the ranks, so has he in the coaching department. On the flip side, on the Orange County bench, we also have Logan Paws, who's a guy well known to people in MLS. 12-year career with Chicago Fire. First season in charge of Orange County, having been with Chicago Fire's PDL team at under 23 level previously.
As the Whitecaps set up shop in the offensive third now. The ball just getting away from Chris Serban.
Action's definitely dipped a little bit, but hopefully you've enjoyed this afternoon. It's been an entertaining game. Definitely could be more than 1-1. If you've enjoyed it this afternoon, you can get in touch with us during the game at AFTN Canada. If you haven't enjoyed it, CD Basso is the person to get in touch with on Twitter.
That's right, I love DMs, by the way. Send me lots of DMs. As the ball goes out into touch now, obviously you can hear about this game and all the USL action at USLsoccer.com. Stay up to date, the latest USL news, info, and around the league. And also on Coast to Coast with Mike Watts, Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern on Sirius XM FC, Channel 85. That airs the USL Game of the Week, which may even be this one. We've had some good chances and some fine soccer here today. You can also check it out at USLsoccer.com for dates and times.
And also check out USLsoccer.com for all your stats. It's some great stuff in there. It's what we use to prepare for these games, and fountain of knowledge on that site.
As Chris Serban will gather the ball on the far side, as you see the OC coach there, as Michael just mentioned. His long resume, but it's Terran Campbell along the back now, but cleverly dealt with.
Right now, it doesn't feel that either side may get the winner here, so let's hope the Caps prove us wrong.
That's Baldissimo now. He'll play it top of the area for Marco Bustos, just outside the area, mind you. Left-footed shot with a deflection. Will go out for a corner at will, says David Gantar. And the corners have been dangerous for the Whitecaps. They've just missed a little bit of finish tonight, but no doubt the chances have been there.
And captain Marco Bustos with another strike there, leads the team in shots heading into this one. Made room for himself, got it off, but deflected wide. And you do feel if the Caps are going to get the winner here, it's either going to come from a set piece or a long-range strike like that.
David Norman left-footed into the area. It's headed down, and
I think it may have gone out.
Barbier looked like he had directed that one goal bound. It was cleared off the line, but adjudged to have fouled his man. We'll get another look here. Just a bit of a push off there on the back of Osegueda. Don't feel like Barbier even needed to push off. He's definitely head and shoulders taller than Osegueda.
Solid debut from Barbier. That strike he had in the second half, definitely a highlight.
As Alvarez brings it down now, up the touchline for Parra. Parra's going to take on DeVries. Is he going to get the better of him? We'll soon find out. Parra now cuts it across and wins a corner for his side, the first, if I'm not mistaken, in the half.
Yeah, I think it might be. It's a rare foray forward for Orange County in these last few minutes. Can they snatch a winner and really give a big boost to their playoff hopes? They've got Real Monarchs coming up next, top of the league, kind of run away at times with the Western Conference, so that's going to be a tough ask for them. They'd really like to get 3 points here.
Jerry Van Avik thumps it into the area, right-footed. Only as far as Parra, though, and he was always stooping away from the ball, only able to direct it over the byline for a goal kick. Spencer Ritchie will play it short and quickly. And the Caps, you get the idea, aren't willing to just let this rest at a point. They want 3 points here, and they will need those 3 points, and so to keep themselves alive in the playoff race here in the West. It's slim hopes, but it's hope nonetheless, Michael.
And doesn't look like any substitutions imminent either for Whitecaps 2 just now. The 5 subs warming up behind the goal. Doesn't look at any urgency to bring any of them on. So Rich Fagan's going with this lineup to try and see what he can get out of them.
Van Avik lofts it into the area. Francis DeVries calmly deals with it, heads it away. Falls to Pineda. Alvarez turns off the chest. Asking for a handball was Alvarez.
I think it hit his face. It's like definitely not a handball.
Van Avik now down the far side. Oscar Soto up from center back to put in a cross, but Barbier takes care of that. And Bustos now has created a little bit of space. He thinks it past his man. He's got Gloria Amanda. He goes for Meyer Bevan. Meyer Bevan onside now. He's going to need some help, though. Meyer Bevan now on the right foot. Barged off the ball. David Gantar says play on. Meyer Bevan getting thumped off the ball there. And now it's Alvarez again. He's been lively since coming on as Alvarez. That swap definitely doing what it was supposed to do, bringing a little bit of fresh legs to the attack there. Cut into the area now. Only as far as Alvarez. He turns on it. David Norman Jr. though gets in the way, and Parra lashes at it, puts it over the bar. Alvarez creating some space for himself in the area there, but just not able to pull the trigger.
Yeah, you feel Alvarez should have hit that first time. I'm not sure if he wanted to see that again, but we'll just see this Whitecaps chance. Bevan cuts inside. For me, that was a shove in the back, but Gantar, it was right in front of him, didn't have any of it.
Yeah, Fernandez just trucks over Meyer Bevan there, but David Gantar was within eyesight. He says play on, lads.
Gantar, a familiar foe for the Whitecaps in recent seasons.
He's a polarizing figure.
He's a little bit of a polarizing figure for sure.
As the tides have kind of turned in the last couple of minutes here, we're seeing OC with quite a few forays into the offensive zone now, Michael. Definitely more industrious than they've shown in the first half of this half.
It's getting a little bit scrappy, though, for the last 5 minutes. Just someone needs to really stamp their authority on it, especially in the middle of the park. Most of the play for both teams all afternoon has gone up the wings.
80th minute. Corey Basso on your play-by-play. Michael McCall on the colors. Meyer Bevan has gone behind his man, but is adjudged to be offside. That was a close one.
That did not look offside.
Get a replay of that one. I'm sure Meyer Bevan would have liked a video-assisted replay on that one.
Just see this again. Lovely little bit of footwork there. Played forward.
Spaldissimo, tough to say.
That was not offside to me.
Tough to say from that angle, as Osagueda has found his way around the back now. Left-footed into the area, almost a blast across the area. Maybe just a prayer, hoping someone was there, but no such luck. OC get the ball back, though, and it's Pineda now on it. Quick 1-2 now. Oh, and it's around the back. Can he get the ball into the area? He's got bodies there. But dealt with expertly by the Whitecaps defense. That could have been a problem as it was whipped in with pace, but Francis DeVries and Barbier made short work of that one. OC now really looking to press. It's across the area, and Van Avik almost got a deft little touch there. You can see he's disappointed with himself there. His head in his hands. Definitely a great chance there from Van Avik and some fine service from the wing.
Yeah, we just see this again. Dangerous play. Orange County definitely coming a little bit into it, and that was just inches away from the foot of Jerry Van Eyck. That could have been the go-ahead goal for Orange County, but now Whitecaps break.
Taryn Campbell with a cross comes shot right into the breadbasket of Casey Byers, who has been steady today. Not much he could have done on the Marco Bustos goal. Sweetly hit by Bustos, first time in the area, left-footed. But Byers has been solid.
Just now, it looks like this could play out to another draw. 17 draws between the two teams already this year. 8 for the Whitecaps, 9 for Orange County. Is this going to be another one?
Of course, Orange County getting the better of the Whitecaps last time out. Of course, Orange County the home side in that affair, but they do have bragging rights over the Whitecaps on the season as it stands, and who knows, we'll see what happens here.
The Whitecaps have 3 games left at home after this. Last game of the season on Friday the 13th is going to be against this Orange County side. After a performance like this today, Orange County's not going to want to come to Thunderbird for the last game of the season, needing points to get into the playoff slots. Definitely been a battle this afternoon. 2 very evenly matched teams, despite there being such difference between where they are in the standings just now. Whitecaps second bottom, just had such an unlucky season, just not got the breaks in front of goal. So many one-goal defeats.
Well, this is a tidy ball around the back, and they've got space to Orange County. Into the area. Stinked across is Para now. Van Eyck has a shot and into the back of the net. A fine setup. Irvin Para, we said he'd gone a bit silent, but a quick layoff, and Van Eyck with a fine strike. And it's Orange County 2, Whitecaps FC 2-1.
7th goal of the season for Jerry Van Eyck. He'd been dangerous in the first half, hadn't had much of a sniff in the second half, was just close a couple of minutes ago, but what a strike, what a finish. Lovely little layoff here inside to him. Boom. Right over the head of Spencer Ritchie. Huge goal for Orange County when they look at the playoff implications. 7 minutes to go. Is there anything left in the Whitecaps tank to get themselves back into this? You have to feel Rich Fagan's going to go to his bench now and try and throw caution to the wind. Maybe bring on Thomas Sanner, maybe bring on Michael Baldissimo, Theo Bair as well.
It was Villalobos, the number 8, that set that one off. He came on for Baxendale earlier in the half. Some fine work in the area to cut it back. He gets it to Para, and Para with an inch-perfect layoff for Van Eyck, and he smashes it high into Spencer Ritchie's net. It's 2-1 for Orange County. And they had been pressing. It was all Whitecaps for the first half of that half, but OC definitely getting the better of them on that occasion. As we will see a substitution, Michael, and it is Baldissimo for Baldissimo, as you did expect.
Yeah, that kind of looked on the cards. Matthew's not a great afternoon, as you said. Michael, very talented midfield player. Let's see what he can do.
Villalobos is causing all sorts of trouble for the Whitecaps backline. He's jinking and jiving all over the place. Alvarez now can't win that one, but Para will collect it. Villalobos just dancing around the back line of the Whitecaps and creating tons of opportunity for OC. Him and Alvarez have been fine subs.
But lovely tackle there from David Norman to break that play up. He's had another good outing. Also managed to avoid getting a yellow card so far, which would have had him suspended for the next game.
Much to the chagrin of his father, David Norman Sr., who is in attendance here today.
Yes.
Expects no less than 1 yellow card per game of his time.
It's the Scottishness in him.
Marco Bustos now carrying up on the left foot. He's got an overlap with Cole Seiler. He'll use it expertly. Cole Seiler back across the area, but it's dealt with fine by Frank Oliver. That was a promising play from Cole Seiler. Some excellent intertwining between him and Marco Bustos.
Yeah, they've played well together all afternoon, especially in the second half. And Seiler again, the guy that's been asked to get some balls into the box. Nice little overlap there, just couldn't get it across into Meyer Bevan. But let's see if David Norman can swing one in here.
86th minute now, David Norman left-footed. Back post now. Did take a touch off Baldissimo. It will go out for a corner, though. I want to see Walker Hume got a touch there, the big man at the back.
As we've seen all afternoon, Norman taking the corners on the right-hand side, Bustos whipping them in from the left. Just seeing that again.
Deflection off
That
Pineda.
might be Matthew Baldissimo's last action before getting taken off, but let's see what Bustos can do here.
Low and hard across the area, skimmer, but Gloria Amanda just not able to redirect it. You felt maybe if he just kind of got an instep touch on that one, had enough pace to be redirected, but it goes out for another corner, taken short now. Gloria Amanda into the area. Walker Hume deals with it, out. And Van Eyck has some space to run into. It's 1-on-2, but Van Eyck has got the talent. He can do this. Lays it up, and he's got Irvin Parra. Irvin Parra stays onside. They'll kill a bit of clock here, will Parra and Van Avike. You feel like it's areas that where maybe OC has gotten the better of the Whitecaps just on those counters. The Whitecaps have kind of fizzled out, whereas OC manages to keep possession. It's served up. Osagueda into the area now. Banks out around the back. Van Avike not able to corral it. And the Whitecaps are let off the hook, but definitely another promising counterattack from OC.
And I think we're just going to get an end-to-end game now, because the Whitecaps are going to leave themselves a little bit short at the back as they push for this equaliser. They're going to leave spaces. Orange County's definitely got some players that can exploit that. Do the Whitecaps have what it takes to get at least a point from this? They've deserved at least a point. You could almost say they deserve all three, but still not had this substitution we've been waiting for the last couple of minutes, and it doesn't look either that we're going to see Sanner or Bear.
Cole Seiler in for Marco Bustos. On his left foot, he has a shot blocked by Walker Hume. Walker Hume has been all over the place in the center of defense for OC to keep out the Whitecaps today. Still 2-1. Terran Campbell now, a right-footed rip. Don't think he got the contact on that one that he wanted. It rolls out for a goal kick, but we'll see that substitution now. Michael Baldissimo for brother Matthew.
2 of 4 Baldissimo brothers, 3 of whom have come through the Whitecaps residency program. And Matthew and Mark, very talented brothers, big futures ahead of them for the Whitecaps and in the game in Canada. Let's see what Michael can do. He's not got a lot of time to kind of stamp his authority on the game, but he's a guy that's very busy, can definitely get the midfield going, which is neither team's really had much going through the middle all afternoon so far.
Baldissimo gets his first touches of the game. 88th minute now. I'm sure probably a couple minutes of stoppage just due to the Franco injuries and the injury to Chris Serban as well. I would anticipate at least 3 to 4 minutes, which I'm sure the Whitecaps will be very happy with, especially pressing now to get that point, possibly even 3.
It doesn't look either that there's going to be any further substitutions. None of the subs really warming up that much or getting called to the bench by Rich Fagan. Bit surprising. I really thought we'd see Thomas Sanner at least get a little bit of height up there.
Orange County are to pull this one out. It will be only their second win in their last 6. Second win in their last 17, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Michael.
but it will be their second win in their last 3, because they did get a win last Saturday, which was a big win that kind of got their playoff hopes back on track after a really bad spell.
Marco Bustos now on the far corner with Terran Campbell. They've been industrious today, and it's fine work from Bustos. Just looking to nutmeg his man and get past, but couldn't get past the tall Walker Hume, and it's spread now for Alvarez. There's a bit of space to run into, and this is some fine work play, but it's cut out by Alvarez when if he had just let it go by, Osagueda was in plenty of space on an overlap. Dispossessed by Gloria Amanda now. This is a fine opportunity. Gloria Amanda needs some help, though. Nothing but black shirts around him, and the service lets him down. It's cut out again by Walker Hume, who's just been a Venus flytrap for everything the Vancouver Whitecaps have tried to create.
Yeah, so many balls in the box this afternoon for the Whitecaps, just haven't gone anywhere. They've been cut out really well by this Orange County defence. This is the defence that's given up a lot of goals in the year, and will they let up another one here?
Meyer Bevan now on the right foot, cuts it back. Looks to play a quick one too. Baldissimo wins the ball back though. Expert touch to get past his man. Meyer Bevan now with some space to serve it up. Takes a deflection, and it will be a corner.
Another corner coming for the Whitecaps. Have not been able to do anything with them so far. David Norman taking this one. It's been Bustos that's been taking them, and we just see the replay here, just deflected wide. Let's see if we can get another pinpoint delivery from David Norman Jr.
The fourth official on the sideline has indicated
David Norman Jr. into the area. It's headed down by Cole Seiler, but only as far as Walker Hume, who is forced to put it out into touch. DeVries was at the back stick lurking. 3 minutes of added time, Michael. Feels a little light to me.
Yeah, the Whitecaps not going to have too much time to do anything with this.
David Norman Jr. now again rips it in, left-footed. Walker Hume again deals with it high into the air, only as far as Norman again. Norman will loft it back into the air again. It's DeVries up with Hume. Takes an elbow, but Hume does win that cleanly. Terran Campbell now lofts it back in for David Norman Jr. Pop back into the area. A high boot there, but DeVries not able to capitalize. It's all hands on deck now for the Whitecaps. They have nobody at the halfway line. And will they get burned here? It's Villalobos now around the back. He's got Baldissimo chasing. Baldissimo able to keep him to the outside. It's 3-on-2 now. Villalobos can get past his man. Baldissimo doing some fine work there. But Orange County will eat up some clock with that attempt. Baldissimo snuffing out the counterattack, though, it could have just as easily been 3-1.
Yeah, Orange County will just be happy to kill time now. Although a sloppy little bit of play there gives the Whitecaps another chance to launch a late attack to try and salvage something from this.
Baldissimo outside of the left boot, but it just screws away from Meyer Bevan there.
Never going to catch that, unfortunately. It just took an unfortunate wrong direction for Bevan.
As Orange County will take their sweet time with this one. Only as far as Chris Serban, though, who does expertly to win the ball back. David Norman Jr. now infield for Gloria Amanda. A quick turn for Marco Bustos. Can he get past this man? He can't. Fernandez equal to the task, and he'll launch it for Irvin Parra. He's got a step on Francis DeVries, and he's got help now in numbers. It's a 3-on-2 all the way across now. Is it Alvarez? It is. Left-footed. Alvarez shot. And a fine save by Spencer Ritchie to keep him out. Only seconds to go left in this one, you feel, but Spencer Ritchie keeping it a one-goal game.
Great stop by Ritchie. Doesn't help the Whitecaps' hopes to try to salvage from this. Another corner coming up for Orange County. Fast break, lovely ball, played in there. Alvarez, who's really kind of sparked this offense as we thought he would when he came on. Definitely looks a real talent.
Orange County have definitely been more clinical with their counterattacks and attacks in general over the Whitecaps. The Whitecaps have definitely probably had more chances, but OC has just known how to put the ball in the back of the net when it matters most. And it looks like the Whitecaps will get one last chance to launch it here.
They need to launch this forward. This is where having a guy like Sanner up front would really have benefited in these closing minutes. Can the Whitecaps get anything going? We've just got seconds left.
David Norman Jr. will skip it forward for Bustos. He's got Seiler on the overlap. He'll use Seiler. Seiler whips into the area low and hard, but Walker Hume deals with it. It scuffs off his boot, though. Meyer Bevan just not able to win it back. It falls to Baldissimo. He'll whip it in the area. Meyer Bevan just a step behind that one. The story of his afternoon. Meyer Bevan getting into excellent spaces, but just a toe's length away from that one.
It's been inches, like Bevan's just been inches away from headers, inches away from getting onto end of balls. Frustrating afternoon, and there goes the final whistle. Talking of a frustrating afternoon, definitely one for Whitecaps too, who's going to feel they should have got something from this.
David Gantar puts the whistle up to his lips. A frustrating afternoon indeed, Michael McCall, as Whitecaps FC 2 fall 2-1 to Orange County FC. We'll come back with the full-time stats, a little bit of highlights as well. It's Corey Basso, Michael McCall in USL Soccer Action. Welcome back to Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Thunderbird Stadium, the host site as the Whitecaps fall 2-1 to Orange County SC. My name, Corey Basso, alongside Michael McCall. And Michael, let's have a look at these full-time stats here. And I'm sure chances and possession are definitely ones that you're going to want to focus in on, especially when